search through my hats today too, because I didn't know who was gonna rock.
I've done that. Have photographers that showed us the tag hanging out in the little hat. Like, great.
If I have a hat that I haven't worn, if I feel like I've worn the same hat over and over, I just go shop in my son's room.
He got mad hats.
Gang of hats, dude.
I try to wear something fresh on each pod, but fuck it.
But fuck it.
I'm butt
fuck it.
What did I say that the other day?
Yeah, it was a song that you was talking about.
Lil Jon. But fucking never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Shawty.
He got stuck on anal
Y'all know
sex.
that song? You know what song I'm talking about, Lil Jon?
No.
Tell me again.
It's Lil Jon Usher.
Tell me again, my baby. And then Lil Jon comes on there.
Lovers
It's like a soft ass
friends?
R&B. I wish we could play it right now.
Yeah.
It's like a soft ass R&B song. Y'all know who Lil Jon is.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then he comes on like, Shawty, what the fuck, Shawty? Like, man, this is a love song,
I've
dude.
been knowing you a long time, but fucking never crossed my mind.
That's so fucking funny. We're actually friends with his son, dude. We met him.
Lil
through
Jon's son?
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah.
At the studio and shit.
Yeah,
Slade.
he's come down a few times just to like hang out and kick it with us, and it's always weird because he'll be like, "Hold on, my dad's calling me." We were tripping on shrooms in his house in Atlanta, and his dad
Jon's on the
built.
phone.
Yeah, his dad built him this sick studio.
Don't get him in trouble now.
Yeah.
Dude, you're on
He
shrooms
just
and all of a
having a
sudden
good
Lil
time.
Jon's on
No,
the
we
phone.
were just like, you know, he made a beat and I was rapping on it and we were having a good time and he was like, man, hold on, my dad's calling me. And I was just sitting behind him, like, hello. And I was just like in behind him and I was like, this is trippy. You know? Like,
He answered the phone and his dad was like, hey!
That reminded me of that Chappelle bit.
That's what I, yeah,
He's like, what you doing, son? Just chilling in the studio. What?
He said it's funny. We actually talked about
I'll be
that.
home in a minute.
Okay!
And he said that skit is cool. He was like, that's kind of how he is in real life. He always like, hello, like yeah.
He's like an articulate,
He
like.
said it's always made me laugh because that's kind of how he is in real life, which is cool.
I would expect the absolute opposite. I would expect him to be like, hello, I'm Lil Jon. Yeah.
Hello, Lil Jon.
Well,
How
the
are
guy
you?
who produced all of our music was his producer for Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Like when you go in his studio, he has all their platinum records, Billy Hume, on the wall. Like it's Lil
Crazy.
Jon, Bone Crusher, like all these Atlanta hip hop, Killer Mike, like he's got all their shit all over the wall. But Billy's like this short, long-haired hippie.
We're recording a pod, bro. You want to say what's up to the Hooplas?
What's up, Dusty?
What's going on, man?
Oh yeah.
Hooplas, what up?
This is the first call I've ever answered on the pod, so
Shawty!
say what's up.
I am humbled to be the first interrupter of thy podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'll call you back in a minute, Bubba.
Y'all be good.
Alright.
Love you.
Later, man.
Yo, you know what's weird? I learned about Lil Jon when I used to be like 12 or 13 years old. I used to go to like the skate rink and shit, and they play all that like Atlanta booty bounce music
Yeah.
and shit. He was behind all that shit.
Well, that's what's so funny is when you meet Billy. Billy's like he won a Grammy for bluegrass. He won a Grammy for Bluegrass Album of the Year. But he's like whole flip side of the coin. This Atlanta hip hop legend, and you would not expect it when you meet him. You would never guess that that's the guy who did all that. You know what I mean? And
That's fucking wild, dude.
But he's still good friends with Lil Jon, and so he's friends with Slade because now Slade's older, so he's been helping him out with projects. And Slade had never seen a band record, and he was like, "Well, actually, I'm going to Echo Mountain to record a band next week, and if you want to come see him." And so he just came up to the studio just to watch how drums are recorded and stuff, just to get the experience. And he ended up, instead of staying for one day, he stayed the whole entire week and stayed in the house with us. And we just became...
Yeah, we got along real well.
We got along real well. We just kicked it with him, you know what I mean? We just, and like...
We were the lab
He's our
rats.
boy. We forgot it, you know, like, it got to the point we forgot he was even Lil Jon's son. He was just Slade hanging out there.
Yeah, hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So...
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
How was the recording down there, other than that?
It was epic. It was like... Okay, so... We're just being transparent. Like, we've recorded in basements and houses and everything, and we've gotten just as good of a product out of doing that as we did what we did because of today's world of modern technology and how everybody can master the craft. But the experience of actually going to like a historically badass studio that's like industry standard.
Yeah, and the sound of the live drums is...
Yeah, it was, but the whole experience
awesome.
was absolutely insane. Like, we had a studio rented out for a whole week that was like, we get there and they're like, yeah, you guys are the only people here for the whole week. Like, this place is for you guys. And they rented us a house. You know, the studio owned a house that the artists stay in while they record all week in a beautiful part of town. And
Oh wow.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And-
It's fucking
Sick.
wild, dude.
but we
Yeah.
ended up going to Billy's, and we ended like Billy has a
Billy's was just
Billy
as
was the
gnarly.
producer, was for hire, you know. So they hired Billy to come in and produce the album. So he met us at the studio and stayed in the house with us too. And you know, it was crazy, man. The whole week of hearing about, like I said, Lil Jon, Yin Yang Twins, Killer Mike, like Bill Crusher, everybody Billy did. And then we, you know, after the album was done, we still weren't done with all the vocals, and we went to Billy's basement, and where we really tore up the guitars and the bass and the vocals, and we did everything again in a basement at somebody's house. You know what I mean?
That's
where
the
It's
Hooplas?
no
that's where we
average.
iced the
It's
cake.
no average
Yeah.
basement. It is. He's got a full blown like
It's
epic studio down there, and like it was badass, dude. And so yeah, we had gotten all the drums up in Asheville at this epic church, old church that they turned into a studio. It's epic. And we ended up going to Billy's, and Billy's house sits on this epic plot of land outside of Atlanta, and it's on a lake or the giant pond. It's a small lake. It's awesome. And with like rowboats and kayaks and all that. And so he lives up in this big ass house on the hill where the studio is in the basement. It's a big studio. It's
Yeah.
a big house, dude. And we stayed in this cabin that is on the lake, like maybe 150 yards away from the house down the hill. And it is like some straight up like the cabin is like something out of a novel or like Friday the 13th or something. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's all handcrafted carpentry. Like every last bit of it was done by him and his dad, which is gnarly. And like I'm talking like fucking like hammer chisel like woodwork.
Yeah, hell
And
yeah.
like it's badass. But the cabin itself, I was like, we were like in an 80s movie. Like
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
funny as shit. And like all the rooms are like these lofts. So, like, you have your own space, but there's no walls, and you can still hear each other breathing and talking and can see each other if you look around. It's like being on, like, on a level of, like, Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, we were like at summer
Like-
camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
it
was this? How long
Epic.
ago was this?
Couple months. Like, 6-7 months ago.
Oh, mad recent.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
What was
We
y'all
haven't
down there
put- we
recording?
haven't put the album out yet.
We do down there recording as a Hooplas?
Yeah. And we're,
Damn.
yeah, we're getting ready to put that out this month, we hope.
Yeah.
What's
Y'all
that?
just dropped a single.
Yeah, we're
that
dropping
was
a few
dope.
singles off of it, and then we're
Yeah.
putting the album out. But the whole experience.
Well, the
has
last
just been-
two singles were dope.
Thanks, man.
For
Damn,
sure.
I didn't get to hear them yet. Y'all, I'm not on Facebook or anything now, so y'all like.
They're out.
I mean, he's more. They're not really on Facebook. They're on Instagram more. Like you should go follow them on
I just
Insta.
don't be fucking on Instagram.
They fuck with Insta harder than anything. I
Yeah.
swear their presence is most
Yeah.
known. I would say. But
Yes,
yeah, the
So
Bronco song,
Only After.
Only After is dope. Yeah.
High hopes.
When does
So
the
we
album?
drop half
When does
the
the album
Yeah.
drop?
It was crazy when that
November
only.
10th.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well,
We're
we'll
actually
plug that
doing
shit.
a release party at White Art Gallery on Coleman Boulevard. We're gonna sell some tickets to it. Hopefully, it's a smaller room, but we're gonna go in there and set up and listen to it.
Oh, I'm there, bro. I'm there. I'm
Yeah,
there.
it's gonna be cool.
When y'all doing that? Like before the release, on the release, or after release?
I think on the release.
Yeah, y'all try and do it on
TBD.
November 10th.
Yeah.
TBD.
TBD.
Tight black dick.
Yeah.
Nah, but I'll definitely be there for that shit. The only after though, what's funny about that is like the promo y'all dropped for
Tall
that
black
shit.
dominatrix.
The promo y'all dropped for that shit. I was like, damn, Ben's doing the hook on this shit because of the way they edited the video.
No, he's singing the
I
hook
mean,
on
he
that.
is on it,
Yeah.
but both of
I'm
y'all
doing the
are.
low end.
Singing,
Yeah. I mean, after I listened a couple times, I seen what was going on, but the way that the video was edited, it was like heavy Ben on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, like
That's 'cause
Ben's
our
doing
voices
this whole
sound
hook
like-
because I know you do a lot of the writing for the lyrics as well as like
Yeah.
singing the backups and shit. But to me, like I guess because of the visual of seeing Ben, I could hear Ben more than I could hear you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually
then,
was
like,
wearing
it-
this hat and shirt in that
Yeah,
video.
yeah. So it took me like 3 or 4. I had to like let the reel play like 3 or 4 times before I was like, all right, I see what's up. Adam's like doing the lows, Ben's catching the highs,
We're
like.
doing our blink thing.
But you know how it is when you're like watching a
More
video
311,
and you can and you see that person. It's like you can only hear their voice until like. It's when you're seeing somebody sing, it's like that's who you're hearing. But then once I close my eyes, I'm like, okay, now I hear Adam, I hear Ben, I see what's going on. Like
Yeah,
y'all are hitting
fuck
both
yeah.
registers, so it's dope. You know what I mean? Like I was happy when the whole song came out because then I was like, all right, cool. Now I can like really immerse myself in it rather than just a small clip. But that's what's dope about like social media now. Is like everyone's like doing these small clips of songs where you fall into love with this small piece of the song, or
you get people's attention for like 10 seconds.
We've talked about that.
about
Like,
it.
you get 10 seconds.
You got
well, that's
very
what I was
short
about to
window
say,
to catch
dog.
it.
Like,
Very
they'll
short
like
window.
hate 10 seconds, and then you release the whole song, and people are like, oh man, I'm such a hater because this song is actually dope.
'cause
Like
that part
that
I really
10
like.
seconds ain't my favorite, but the whole song is dope.
You
But
don't like my song? I'll give you 10 seconds of something else.
10 seconds is all I
all
got.
I got is 10 seconds. But you know, we hit the ground running. This the two parts, or a part of the Hooplas, two of the main parts of the Hooplas, man. Ben, Adam. If y'all don't know who the Hooplas are, please go check them out, dog. Like
check
I was
it
been
out.
waiting to have these boys on, man. The homies, you know
We've
what
got
I mean?
we've got a
The
killer
homies,
song
bro.
with Mason Jar called Southbound.
Oh, yeah, check
we've
that
got,
one out.
We've got some serious.
We
issues
ain't
with
released
Mason Jar.
Pariah yet. We ain't
Yeah.
released Good Friends. Like we got a lot of
We
songs.
do.
that we just
man.
gotta
And
fuck
we
with.
were
you
just
know what I
talking
mean?
to
Like,
Cody.
We all
about-
got the stamps, bro.
Yeah, we got the stamps. We got the Hooplas, Mason Jar tats. Like fuck
Mine
it.
on my way.
You got an H.
Yeah, but you ain't
I
that
got a
limber,
Mason
dog.
Jar
I know
stamp
you're
on my
limber.
calf muscle.
Yeah, he does. He does. He
Damn, I ain't
does.
got a Hooplas tattoo. God,
Yeah, yeah.
gotta go
Just
get
be
one.
quieter.
Gotta go get one.
Yeah.
Let me
This
tell you-
isn't your part of the
Let me tell you
pod.
about the first time I seen the Hooplas. We were, I don't know where we were, but y'all were performing alongside. Y'all weren't alongside Mason Jar. This was before y'all was like clicked up, and I seen you guys, y'all playing. I was just like, yo, I'm here for Mason Jar for sure. Those are my dogs, and they definitely have quality music. These motherfucking Hooplas ain't fucking around now. Let's not sit back.
It was
and act
That's
like,
how we felt when we saw Mason.
Yeah.
Jar.
yeah, let's not act like it was a
That's why we
landslide.
linked
That's
up.
the craziest thing is they actually all met Mason Jar before I met any of them and got their CD off of them, the City Roads album actually. And I had just moved to Charleston, and I got that CD and I put it in my truck before I met any of them. And I tell City and Dusty this. I did many times, but like I was like never met them, but was just such a fucking fan of the music and the
Yeah.
fucking skill. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And like I knew that whole album pretty much. Like it was like my favorite album. It stayed in the truck every time I was in the truck. That's like, and I was a fan of them before I met them. You know what I mean? Like enough. I already knew the hooks and a lot of the songs and shit. And it was just cool to like meet them and become like we became really good friends and we make music and like. I cannot wait to just
Share
keep
tattoos.
living a life of creating music together because
Yeah.
it's so much fucking fun, you know. And
Next
but,
thing we
but,
knew.
but every time we do, because like when you hang out with people and they're your friends, you almost forget about the shit that they're like freaky good at. Like when we write together and stuff, and I just listen to the stuff that happens now. You just get like inspired, and you get kind of like. It's a really cool, interesting dynamic to have in a relationship with somebody as a friend when they're an artist like that.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to come back around and be reminded how fucking sick they are at something, you know what I mean? And be appreciative of that, so.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, 100%, dude. That's like when I linked up with y'all, man. Like, for one, I envy that. You know, y'all are brothers, so I can't imagine y'all growing up fucking being able to just.
Wait,
like,
y'all are brothers?
Yeah, but then when you don't like each other's ideas, you're like,
Yeah.
no, I'm doing it. You're like, so
Well,
stupid.
I'm sure because I got a little brother, and like 90% of the time you're fighting, but that 10% that you're not, like it's
Yeah.
fucking angelic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like crazy. Like whenever you know you got somebody on this earth that shares that much blood of you and that much similarities as you. So whenever y'all like get on that same page, bro, it's like fucking. It's like the Sistine Chapel's being
Yeah.
painted that day. You
It's
know what
like-
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
we have to like remind ourselves that like even if like any kind of show or anything, it's always like, well, I'm up here with my best friend, my brother, and we're doing our thing, and like you
Yeah.
just gotta, no matter what, just fucking
yeah. Well, that's
give
what
it
I was
to
about
them,
to say.
you know
Like
what I mean?
I've always been envious of like, cause I even today, like knowing that y'all were coming, I was like, I can't imagine how it would be like back when y'all were 16, 15, fucking, you got a guitar, he's got a bass, and like you could just like come home and like fuck the world and just like be like, let's just fucking write something. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, I
that's
was
gotta
thinking
be
about that
pretty
today.
fucking dope. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was. I was
Like,
thinking about it today. I was like, man,
We got
I
in a
don't
lot of
remember
trouble.
like when me and Ben like the exact moment. Like I wish I could go back to like think about what was the very first song we ever sat in a room and were like, writing together, you know what I mean? Where we like couldn't stop. Like,
I know.
Where we got hooked on songwriting, you know what I mean? Because we've written a million songs together like that.
I got it. It's called This Reggae Style.
No, it's not that song.
No, it is.
I
Dude, that's
thought
that's
about
like
it.
that's like
It
Michael Jordan's
can't
brother, dude.
be.
Like, imagine if you came home and Michael
I
Jordan
came
was your
here
brother.
prepared to
Yeah.
play it
You know what I'm saying?
tonight.
Like, cause he has a brother that's raw. But he didn't go far with it. But like, to come home and just have that partner to fucking bounce ideas off of and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had to be.
And it was not a reggae song.
but it was a reggae style.
But it was reggae
I
style.
was like,
How old do you think you were?
It was like
We were
funk,
15 we were
rap,
like
rock.
15.
15.
16.
Yeah, but when we were in 8th grade, the first time we ever felt serious about music, and it's a true story, but we were in 8th grade and we had a school talent show, and our friend Devin had got a guitar and he was getting good at it. He made Ben get a bass because he had a guitar, and Ben didn't know he was a secretly monster bass player. And Devin was like, I already have a guitar, you should get a bass because this is how bands work. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, Mom, I need a bass.
Well, all the bands
Yeah.
I listened to at the time, well, I still listen to, are all bass driven. You know, Rage, 311, Chili
So-
Peppers,
Korn?
Primus, Korn, all that shit from the
Yeah.
90s that like all had gnarly bass players. So I instantly thought bass was cool.
But-
Green Day and Guns N' Roses, like I just thought bass was cool as fuck.
Do you have
Yeah.
a favorite bass player?
Uh,
I don't know many.
every bass player in those bands I just know.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't know many, but
Tim
Fieldy is
Comerford.
my shit, dude.
Yeah, Fieldy's good.
Fieldy's my
Peanut,
shit.
Tim Comerford.
So, but
Peanut, obviously,
To
yeah.
get back to it, what happened was we had a friend who played drums in our school band, and we were like doing, like, oh wow, we could, whatever. So we decided we were going to be in the school talent show, and like we went and we were learned Blitzkrieg Bop by the Ramones. Hey, ho, let's go! The forming in a straight line, going through a tight one, and we like did that in the school talent show, and it was the first time we ever like stood on a stage, not as like a gimmick, but we were like seriously going to play a song for like the whole school,
The
with
whole
our
school.
boys. Yeah, and it was like a big deal.
Well,
it was very
whoever
nerve-wracking. I'll
showed
never
up.
forget it. It was, you know what I mean? I was, learning
I was in a couple
everything I've
talent
done.
shows my damn self, but I went. What it was is like the way they did it was because I had like I fuck with the dance world.
Yeah.
Like dancing was like
you
the
were-
pop
you were
rock and break
dancing
dance and
in the
shit.
talent
We were
show?
really good friends with Zac Efron and Corbin Blue.
No.
So-
More like think Jabberwockies and like that shit.
Oh,
I was,
yeah.
heavy into that
They
shit.
showed up out of nowhere.
So what it was is you had to audition for the talent show at Goose Creek High School. So we showed up and I was like, all right, we had a breaking group. Shout out Brian Hurst, Jamal Tisdale, Mark Cabrera, all them boys because they nasty with it. But like we was heavy into that shit. So we had to like put together a thing and we won the talent show. It was a competition. We won that shit 2 years in a row. But
Fuck yeah.
the other thing I auditioned for was rapping and beatboxing. Me and my man EK had a beatbox thing that we would go through, right? And they were like, you can't do it. You can't do all three. Like you gotta pick at least one or two. So I was like,
He said, bitch, shut up.
I fucking went breakdancing and beatboxing, and I should have did the rap because they already had a rap group. They already had another rap
Yeah.
group, and they were like, well, they're the only rap group, and there's other people that want to dance and. Not y'all about to kill this shit.
cool.
So I didn't get to perform my rap song at the fucking talent show, and I was like, man, wish I would have
You
because.
should
Yeah.
just rap.
Shouts
beatbox,
out to
and
those who
dance.
performed. You know who you are, but we would have killed that shit, dog.
Yeah,
we would have
yeah,
killed
yeah,
that shit,
yeah.
dog.
Well, that's what I
You'd
was
be
gonna
soaking
say.
up in a hot tub with the love you.
yeah. You be fucking on the top.
Right,
But that's what I was gonna say when y'all were talking about like y'all fucking growing up. Like him and I, this is who I started rapping with. So like I'll
Fuck
show you
yeah.
some shit. Like
And I've heard you
I
rap
remember
yourself.
our first songs.
I love rapping,
Our
dude.
first song ever was terrible, but it's out there. Like you can listen to it. Was it Feel My Pain? That was the
No.
first one we recorded, right? What was it? It wasn't Feel My Pain. I'm pretty sure it was.
I'd love to hear
what was
that.
it then?
It wasn't Feel My Pain.
Feel My Pain. Was it Get Your Mind Right? It was Feel My Pain.
Might have been.
Yeah,
Feel
it's
my
Feel My Pain.
wang. Feel my
It was
wang.
terrible. It was terrible.
It was
But we
bad,
got
but the
we
bars
got-
were there.
Yeah, we
The
had
bars were there
bars,
for the
but it
time,
just-
at least. At the time,
Yeah.
for like the
It's funny,
the
though,
time era that it was in. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys hear our music from high school, it's on YouTube. A lot of it's on YouTube. Like
We had
5
no
of them.
Yeah.
rap in our music at all, and then we met our friend. Well, I guess I did a little bit, but it was very like Nick Hexum driven. I was just like, that's all a rap I knew.
Yeah.
Was like, you know what I mean?
Shoot
'Cause I
up to
was
the
so
party with a
young.
backpack.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
shout out Chris Pinkney. That's our best
yeah.
friend. He joined our band in high school, and he was just
He's
like,
young.
he was,
Motherfucker's like a
he was
rap.
a Bone Thugs freak.
Dude, I was just looking up the update on Crazy Bone, dude.
Yeah,
I know.
he
what
was
the
he was
fuck?
fucked up, dude.
I know.
He's good now, but That would have been a major fucking hit to hip hop.
It's got the Blink 182 effect on Bone Thugs though, because Mark Hoppus from Blink got
Had
cancer,
cancer.
and now the band's all back together, and everyone's
Right.
all worried. And
Right.
now it's like
Hopefully
we're
that
Blink
happens.
again, and now with Bone Thugs, they all thought Crazy was gonna die. Now they're all like, "What are we fighting for?"
Yeah.
Like,
Have y'all
Hopefully they do a farewell
have
tour
y'all
or
ever
some
seen
shit.
Blink-182 live?
No.
No.
I've seen Angels and Airwaves. That's Tom DeLonge's band.
I've seen
after
Bone Thugs
Blink-182.
live twice, and both times neither one of them had Busy Bone there.
I know that's weird. I know. I've never
Yeah.
seen Blink or the Chili Peppers or Rage. I've been to a shitload of concerts, but I got a few of my favorite bands I've never seen live.
Well, it sucks because we were so young. Like the time to see those guys is long past.
Yeah.
Like it would just be nostalgia
I think
at
it
this
would just
point.
be kinda
Like they're
almost-
nowhere near the caliber they were when you
Yeah.
would have wanted to see them.
Yeah, no, you're right though, dude.
Y'all
You-
probably
you,
the youngest
you
people in the
create
crowd.
something in your mind that you don't.
Blink
you know.
180,
Yeah.
Blink 185.
Yeah.
Blink 192.
Nobody wants to see.
Blink
Yeah, nobody
192.
wants to see Blink 205 pounds with a dad bod.
Shit, they almost lost the drummer. Fucking Travis
Yeah,
almost
right,
fucking
yeah.
went
Blink,
out.
Blink, they're 82.
Yeah.
So was
Blink, they're 82.
was Blink a bigger influence on y'all than like? Because I hear a lot of like 311 and
Me and
Oh, yeah.
So
like
yeah.
Rage. Like I mean, Blink obviously is in there too, but I feel a lot of that. Boom, put your bop, bop, put your bop,
Yeah.
bop. Like when y'all get busy. So I'm like, I mean, that ain't really that ain't a Blink
Then was
style.
about to start spitting. He was like, "Oh, this motherfucker's spitting." Though.
Yeah, that's y'all. But so y'all more Blink than 311.
No, him and I were huge Rage Against the Machine 311 fans.
Nice.
All through,
90s 311,
Yeah,
especially,
90s
bro.
311.
Just like,
So yeah,
that's fuel for the
don't
fire.
get it twisted. If you're talking about 311, you're talking about the years 1991 to like 2002. After that,
Yeah.
they know it.
Yeah. Everyone.
But-
That's what I'm saying. Blink knows that. Like it's like
Yeah.
all these
They
guys
make
know
good
it.
music now. They're still amazing songwriters. Nick
And they're
Nixon
still
did-
amazing
Nick,
live.
yeah,
dude.
they're
They
still
all look
amazing
great,
live.
perform
But
great.
that
Look
music,
great.
they were really pushing the mold and innovating, creating something that is like timeless. You know what I mean? That's how they have all
You know
those
what's
iconic.
weird is like I had a friend of mine, shout out Greg Fowler. He's the one who put me onto like the punk rock scene. I wasn't
Yeah.
hip to. I mean, I knew Nirvana from the radio and shit, but he was like, "Nah, dig deep."
Yeah.
But he put me onto some old Blink 182, Carousel.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yep.
Like those are songs that we hear the Blink 182 songs on the radio. You know all the small things and all that. You know that radio shit that very successful for them, and I'm glad it happened because it brought that to the forefront. But like you go back and listen to that like Roots Blink 182 when Travis Barker would sound like a machine gun going off on the fucking drums
Yeah.
and like, dude, like them boys used to be shocked that I knew that shit because not a lot of people know about Carousel or Damn It.
Oh, yeah,
Those are
we do.
dope ass. Oh, yeah, I'm sure y'all do.
Yeah.
But those are dope ass fucking.
Yeah, but
songs.
not from the hip hop.
But
world.
honestly,
Nothing
I
wrong.
was
No,
not
not
into
at all.
Blink 182 in high school at all. I got into them in my early 20s after high school. I was working with somebody and like he was like, "Man, I made you this playlist of Blink stuff you should listen to." And then I rabbit holed it and like as a songwriter and stuff, I've always been fascinated by like people who can take simple and make it really mind-blowing and catchy, and like they're kings of them and Green Day do that really well, where they just take simple structure, simple playing, and somehow make it like this mega sound, super hooky, everyone wants to listen to it, but they're still like innovating, talking about what they want to talk about and not trying too hard. You know what I mean? And I've just always
Green Day was my shit.
because in the background of every Hooplas song, there's me doing that behind the madness of Cody Bush. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm hanging out in my fun little pocket.
Shout out Cody.
You know what I mean?
Cody's
That's
a
guitars,
fucking,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cody's a fucking monster, bro.
Yeah, that dude
Yeah.
is busy on.
But
the
that's what I was gonna
guitar,
say. Like we got lost in the sauce, but when we were talking about Ben picking up bass and shit like that, like Ben's one of the first people I've met that plays a bass like a guitar. You know, like in person. I know it's probably your influences and shit, but there's a couple songs that he wrote the bass lines on for us, but the shit doesn't. It's not like boom boom boom. Like he's fucking playing it.
Let me tell
Not
you,
even just that. Like what's the song that you? I don't want to fuck it up, but he's like playing like melodies with the bass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
he does a lot of lead riffs with the bass.
Yeah,
where
you
we
know what I
we'll be
mean?
let the
Like,
bass
I don't
come out front
know-
and take like a lead solo. You know what I mean?
yeah, and like you've got like Chili Peppers and shit where it's like that's the main thing, but like you're saying, like he's playing like the melody of the song on the bass. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And that's I don't hear that a lot. Usually the bass gets kind of lost in the
Yeah.
mix.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm
You
saying?
know
it's
what's weird?
it's supposed to.
I think I've said
But-
this to you before in
Thanks,
person,
man.
but I've always said this. I think I've said this to you in person. Every time, like when I see like the Hooplas perform, or when you join Mason Jar, and anytime you're on the stage, Ben, I told him, I was like, you're my favorite person who walks on the fucking stage, dude. Like nobody gets into that shit more than fucking Ben. And y'all be killing it. I'm saying everybody
Yeah,
on
he
stage
gets-
be killing it, but Ben's just like a step or two above just the energy and just
Yeah.
like what he puts into the. I'm like. That's what the fuck I'm talking
Yeah.
about, dude. That
Hell
fucking
yeah.
he doesn't just sit still. You've seen bass players back in the day.
Yeah.
This is it. That ain't fucking Ben, dude. You gotta watch Ben like this, dude.
Yeah.
Ben's fucking all over the place and just bopping the whole
Well, I
time.
think
He
it's-
plays the bass drum like he plays the bass like the drums, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah.
He literally
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
rocks the fuck out. Dude.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
I
I'm
think it's
talking
like
about,
what's
dude.
going on now. Like he's like whenever you're the bass player, it's like he's got a lot to say, and rightfully so, he should be heard. But it's like, oh, you want me to play bass? Well, I'm gonna talk through this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some shit to say, and if you don't want to if you don't want me to be the lead singer, you don't want me to fucking. And I'm not saying like,
No,
yo,
no,
like
it's true.
you're not allowed to be the lead singer.
I believe
But
that.
it's just like, yo, I got some shit to say.
Yeah.
So if the only way I can emote is through this fucking bass in my performance, like motherfucker, y'all
that's-
better
that's-
strap
Y'all
up.
that
fucked up
makes-
slapping
y'all-
some bass.
Yeah.
Slapping some bass.
That's what makes the best instrument players in the world is you can always tell like a good drummer, a good bass player, a good guitar player, whatever instrument you play, you can tell when somebody's speaking through it when you
No
listen to the
shit.
song,
Yeah.
listen to that part, and you can tell that like it's like when you really channel it in, that's what makes somebody like that guy is a bassist, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That guy's a guitar player, you know what I mean? When they're not just filling a void, but they're painting the picture.
Have y'all ever seen the
That
video?
guy's a
It's
flute
called.
player.
It's called.
Yeah, that guy's a
Have you ever
Flute.
seen a video called Hurricane
That was
Drummer?
one of the coolest fucking things
Like
anyone's
Hurricane
ever said, by the
He's-
way.
it- like, if you look at-
is that the dude who's like,
Dude
Love
gets
you,
busy
brother.
on the
I
drums,
mean it.
dude.
I love you
Yeah.
He plays like ZZ Top with like a little
Yeah,
cover.
yeah, he's
They're
wearing
like flat shirt,
Yeah.
bing, ding, and he's back there
He's
fucking
flailing
getting
around.
busy on it. I'm like, dude, he makes the fucking show, dude.
I
That's
love
how
that
I feel
video.
about Ben. Not that you're like that theatrical or like comical about it. No, Ben's just fucking in the pocket, dude.
Thanks,
Like,
man.
Ben's just
Yeah,
getting busy on that thing.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
just told him I was like, that's one of the coolest things I've ever heard someone say about me playing bass. That was cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
appreciate
Hell
that.
yeah.
That was really cool.
Nah, anytime him and I were on stage together, it was like one of us is gonna die before this set. Because I got that. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like,
Sorry.
yeah.
You
Because
get
I
on
got
his-
that energy.
his
He's
dreads
got
be
that
like
energy.
this and all
Yeah,
that. He's
dude.
like,
Like, I'm
oh.
slinging sweat on him, dude. We're head.
I don't know
Yeah, that's
what-
the worst when you get into the jam as a vocalist and you're like giving it all you got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, people
Keeping
thought-
in there, and then you're like, oh fuck, it's time to sing, and
Yeah.
I'm fucking spent.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
I gotta like, you know what I mean? Like,
People thought Mike and I were about to kiss.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah,
was
we
a
be
show-
in
a
there
specific
like,
show I can't
either kiss or fight. We either kissing, fucking, or fighting. One of those three things is
All
about to
three.
happen.
I don't know what the song was. It had to be about 2 years ago. I came to one of y'all's shows, and there was a point in the song where it was almost like a choreographed jump, dude.
Yeah,
where like
yeah,
you
yeah.
and Randy jump.
That's
and,
bass, I think. Isn't
Yo.
it bass? Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it is,
yeah.
but there's like a point where like everybody just like the whole band jumps, and I was like, that's fucking Ben, dude. I know
Yeah.
Ben had something to do with it.
Yeah.
If Ben didn't come up with the idea, they were like, yo, Ben jumps on this part of the song, we should all jump to
It
that
is
song.
bass, and I remember going over that and thinking like, all right, we're like, just like it just started happening. And I was
Yeah.
like, one of these
Well,
shows,
dude,
I'm
that's-
just
It
not
was
gonna
him and
jump.
I.
When they
Yeah,
won't jump,
it was
I'm
him
like-
and I. Like me and him, like were like.
That's right, it is.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about it.
it. Welcome to
Yeah,
the show.
me and him didn't really talk about
Yeah.
it, but
Started, you already
yeah, we
know.
would both
Yeah,
jump.
bass.
We would both jump, and then before you knew it, like Randy, everybody like started joining in with us because like we were, like I said, like we'd have our own concert by ourselves. Or, like
Yeah.
it'd be times where we'd be like, dude, we got to get back to this shit because we're just like so like, but. You know, I have a lot of energy and he's high energy, and that's why like anytime they put us on the same side of the stage, it was problems. They'd be
Yeah.
like, you need to split us up because you need my energy over here and you need his energy over there.
Everyone's
That
just
way,
looking
like
at this side of the stage.
yeah, because like
Yeah.
both of us are over here just like sweating.
One time, Randy-
like
This is
having
why
a mosh
we
pit.
need to fucking start making music together. It's like it's
Yeah.
so stupid that we don't, dude.
Yeah.
One
I-
time,
I-
Randy jumped And he never came back down.
Yeah, right.
Legend has it. Legend has it. He's still jumping.
Yeah. Them dudes though, man. Shout out Randy. Shout out House. Shout out Big Ben Tony. Fucking Kong on the drums, man.
I remember when y'all was
man.
putting together the name for the band. And y'all were like, oh, we can't go with such a name because there's a band that exists by that in California somewhere. And y'all was like, Getaway Bronco. Fucking rocks.
Yeah, well, that was...
Not the Hooplas. I was talking about
I will say this.
Yeah.
That was me. It was me, though, because we were talking about, because
We were Eskimo Bros for a little bit.
Yeah, and then there was all these bands called Eskimo Bro, and then I was like, well, if we're a heavy 90s cover band, we're playing, angry 90s shit. This is our cover band, by the way. I was thought about OJ instantly, and I was like,
But y'all's
Getaway Bronco.
But the first name y'all had was dope as fuck, but it belonged to somebody.
Side piece.
It was called
Side piece.
The first name it was Blanco Bronco.
Yeah.
Y'all was gonna call it, and that was a dope ass name. But y'all googled it and it was like, somebody exists.
I wanted us to all do the Cholo look with Bronco.
Hell yeah, fucker. Fucking stand and deliver.
That was me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told them they should go Blanco, but didn't work out.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah. Because it just sounds good. It rolls off the tongue. You know.
And then I came up with Getaway Bronco.
Yeah.
It was a joint effort.
Yeah, but it was a joint effort.
How old are y'all, Fike? Can I ask that?
32. We just turned 32 in September.
So, do y'all remember the Getaway Bronco? Like the
No.
actual
Oh, yeah,
OJ
the white
case?
Bronco that OJ drove?
Yeah, I vividly remember watching it live on TV.
I don't remember watching live.
Nah,
on TV.
bro, they were 5 years old.
Yeah,
That's
we're-
95.
That's why I was asking how
95. They were born in
91.
91.
See, I was probably 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's back there for us. You know what I mean? But it's
I remember
iconic. That's how
watching it
iconic
happen.
that shit is.
I remember whenever the whole case went on, right? I had a fucking.
I was 4 years old biting my nails watching
No,
the TV.
the case. I'll take y'all back in time, dude. I had a teacher, and she did not like people that did not look like her. I'll say it like that. I'll say it. She was a racist bitch, dog. She was a black lady, but
No,
she
we don't call her bitches.
hated white people,
Women.
dude. Right? So in our class, the whole school was, doing their thing, but the OJ trial was on, and they were locked in every day watching what happened in the OJ trial. I was in class today that he got pronounced innocent or acquitted of all charges or whatever. Her and another racist bitch teacher ran out into the hallway, grabbed each other, jumping and screaming
Wow, that's
we
insane.
were the fucking third grade, dude. We was like, what the fuck is going on? What is so exciting about this shit, dude?
That's fucked.
So yeah, the Getaway
It is,
Bronco
but
is very
that's
nostalgic for me.
Yeah, no, I get it. And
You
it's
forget
an
that
honor.
we're south of the Mason-Dixon, so I was motherfucking...
Yeah.
One
so
for
is
us,
Maryland,
motherfucker.
Maryland.
It's 200 for y'all. You know
Good for her.
But yeah, fuck that white bitch.
People in Maryland just go, whatever.
I said this before the podcast, and this is the thing I wanted to tell you about the fact that these boys are from where y'all from? Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, we're not.
But
Nah,
was
Baltimore.
born
They're from the OC, baby.
But they was born
Southern
Baltimore, right?
Hollywood.
Terrapins. These OCs came straight from Maryland.
So when we start talking about when they start talking about Maryland,
OC down to the
I was like,
down.
oh shit, I know a Maryland fact. I went to a museum about the Prohibition and realized that during the whole Prohibition era, Maryland did not fall in line. They were the only state that did not prohibit alcohol.
Hell no, and our great grandfather
Free state,
was a
baby.
heavy moonshiner.
So my uncles were in Kentucky. That's how they
Yeah.
made their living. Moonshine marijuana.
Hey,
Yep.
Unpopular opinion. Baltimore is the worst city in all of America.
I had a very
the
bad
worst city
experience.
I've ever
Which is
been.
I've
Right.
had a bad experience in Baltimore.
I've the worst of experiences that you can have in Baltimore.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
I have.
We just went on a
Bruh, it's the
crazy
worst,
dummy
dog.
mission.
It's the
in
worst.
In
It's
DC.
dirty. It's
Or
fucking.
Baltimore,
It's
sorry.
I woke
terrible.
up in
dog.
ICU in Baltimore.
It's terrible. You gotta go pee pee. Go pee pee.
We can take a
Go
pause.
ahead, brother.
Let's pause because I got pissed too.
Yes,
All right.
You've
take
already
a
had-
pause. All right.
I don't know what's going on. I drank a bunch of water. Come on, yeller.
Come on, Catfish Billy.
Come on,
Fresh
Uncle
out the
Yeller.
piss break.
Yeah.
Come on, Slick Ricky Bobby.
I said that to Cody at work because he's Scottish. His mom was fresh off the boat from Scotland, had the accent and everything.
Nice.
Do it.
Scottish Cody, motherfucking. Motherfucking Cody in the house.
Cousin Sal got a great fucking
Oh,
Scottish.
fuck yeah, fuck off, golf. That's as he, you wee bastard.
Motherfucking Cody in the house.
I had a friend named Cam growing up. Campbell
Wiltsey.
Campbell Wiltsey. He looked like the Campbell soup can kid. They used to fuck with him in school about that shit, but Cam was my dog. He good people. But his mom was Scottish, and she'd say shit like, we used to get high in the garage. And he's like, yeah, smoking in the garage.
And smoking in a garage.
Yeah,
In the garage?
your kids are fucking smoking in the garage. You
Piss
like,
off.
Time to go home. Don't tell my mom.
You fucking cunt.
You fucking cunt.
Smoking in my garage.
Smoking in your garage, you little wanker.
Yeah, you're smoking the fags, you little
Smoking the fags.
you
That's what they
fucking
call him.
wanker.
Oh yeah.
We was talking about that shit earlier. I used to work for a guy. His name was Trevor. He called
Y'all
it,
ever
called a cunt and a wanker. Everything was a cunt
yeah,
and a wanker.
cunt and a fucking wanker. Y'all ever seen Drop Dead Fred? I know y'all born in the 90s.
Yeah.
Y'all had? Yeah.
Dead Fred.
It's been a minute, but yeah.
Snot face.
Snot face.
Cobwebs.
He
Do
was
you know
British.
the one most epic fucking 90s movie?
Let's go.
Let's
hear
do
it.
this.
Let's go.
And I just recently watched it again, and I had told Michaela's younger brothers they needed to watch it. I don't know if they watched it or not, but Freddie got fingered.
Daddy, do you want some sausage?
Yeah.
Daddy,
Fuck
do
me,
you want
fuck
some
you,
sausage?
fuck me, fuck you, fuck me, fuck you.
Yeah. I don't see two LeBarons, Freddie. It
Yeah,
says
yeah,
number
yeah,
one son on the license plate.
Just as a skateboarder, as someone
by the boiler
as someone-
fingered him.
as someone who is as someone who is skateboarded like for the majority of their life, that movie's fucking awesome.
Oh, so
it starts out with Tom Green. Tom
Yeah.
Green rips at skating.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Until
no,
that
that's
movie.
him skating in the beginning.
Until
of the
I
movie.
knew that. I know that
That's
now,
it.
but until that, I
He
didn't know
killing it
that.
in the beginning of the movie. But anyway, he kills it at skating. But the part, because remember he had the mini ramp under the carport in that movie.
Yeah.
And his dad goes, he's out there on the damn wheelie board ramp. That shit made me laugh.
Have you seen
so
Tom
hard.
Green lately?
Yeah.
Like this
follow his
fucker just
Instagram.
had he like bought a fucking
Van. Yeah. He just lives in it with his,
Don't even-
lives in it
don't
with his dog. Yeah, so just and he like argues with people at his stand-up shows. It's so weird. Like what happened?
So does Jamie Kennedy.
I
Jamie
thought you was
Kennedy
about to be.
Dude, he's a method actor.
Yeah.
That Jamie Kennedy gets into that shit, dude. He like,
Who else bought a van?
Yeah. Oh.
give Chris Farley a few
Jason,
more
you
years.
talking
He
about
might have.
Yeah, we were at
Yeah,
Fossil
Benton's
Fest.
on his way to fucking Tom Green fucking stature.
is. He's in that
Dude,
van.
Jason so
He's
shows up
reinventing his-
everywhere he goes wearing gym shorts and a shirt.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Looking, yo, check it.
Ready to go.
And has this big white van with no windows and a curtain that blocks it. And a fan and an AC unit and a mattress that flops down in the back of the bed. And everywhere he goes, like he opens the back of the van, I'm like, you getting ready to shoot a video in there?
Is this that van?
Yeah. Bang Brothers.
The Bang
With
Bus?
his goatee
Yeah,
and his
right.
shaved head, he just super looks like
Or like he's got like some DC sniper vibes going.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
what are you doing at Walmart
I
with your
know my
mattress?
face is red because that shit cracked me up, dude. Fucking.
Y'all should spray paint free candy on the side.
Yeah. No, dude.
But no, Tom
Yeah.
Green fucking, he got his van and he pods and he fucking does like rap verses and shit. Y'all seen that shit?
Yeah.
It's dope.
Recently?
Yeah, that's what he does.
I haven't checked on
Bro,
his shit
he was
in a
like,
while.
he took all his MTV money and fucking sold everything. And he's got like his dog, a fucking Sprinter van. He's got a studio in his van. And he just like goes up mountainsides and podcasts and fucking drops rap verses. And motherfucker could rap. People don't think. Let me stop. He can rhyme words. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
he can rhyme.
yeah, he can rhyme. But it's definitely like, yo, I'm Tom Green. I'm with the show. How we gonna go? Where you been?
This is the Tom Green
I
Show.
got
It
low.
is my favorite show because it's my show.
That was really the intro to his show.
Yeah,
I listened to him on a podcast.
Ain't not like Andy Schmiller-Schmackes.
Oh, yeah.
It's my show. I'm Andy Schmiller-Schmackes. You don't know Andy Milonakis?
You don't remember Andy Milonakis?
The man-child, the guy, he's a famous comedian who looks like a kid.
He's like obese. He's fat.
He's got that disorder where he just looks like a forever child.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's like
hell no.
he was
Damn.
on
He can rap.
MTV.
He can fucking rap.
He was on MTV. I got peas on my head, don't make me a pea head. You
Yeah.
don't know what I'm talking about?
Fuck no,
It's
dude.
my show, Smandy Schmiller Schmack. It's my show.
Yeah.
You don't remember this
Call the
shit?
cops. I got
It
mad
was-
motherfucking marijuana.
Is he kind of like a heavy fat kind of kid?
Yeah, and he's short.
Was he in the movie Waiting?
Yeah,
Waiting.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah,
I didn't know he.
yeah,
like,
he had the dreads in the movie.
Yeah, I didn't know he was like a man child though. Yeah,
No.
homeboy. Yeah. Jeff, pull it up.
Pull it up.
Pull it up.
Nah, for real though.
Pull
but
it out.
Is he?
You don't
does-
remember that show, dog? It was the biggest show. What the fuck were you doing? You ain't have cable? Motherfucker ain't have cable and shit.
I
dog?
did, but I remember him from the movie Waiting and like being
Dude,
like.
his show was like the biggest show. It was like right next to Tom Green on MTV all the time. Like it was one of the biggest shows of the 90s.
We were Mad
don't remember
TV
that.
kids.
Mad TV
We
was
were
the
Harry
shit.
Spears?
Straight Mad
Yeah,
TV.
no, Harry
Harry
Spears.
Spears,
Yeah.
Super
Will Sasso.
Will
Will
Sasso.
Sasso's the best motherfucker.
Dude, Harry
No,
Spears
what
is
was the
super
guy's
talented.
name who did Stewart?
Oh,
I'm on TV, look what I can do.
Oh yeah. Look what I can do. I got a lollipop.
He was on.
you touched
yeah.
me in my nose.
Oh, Stewart!
Yeah.
Yeah,
mom.
the mom.
What was
Stewart!
his name? God, he was funny.
Big tall
Look what
ass
I
dude.
can do.
He did a bunch
I
of
can jump
skits.
this high. Look what I can do.
Mama says they can't eat chocolate
What
ice
was,
cream because it
um,
looks like poop.
What was Nickelodeon's version of Mad TV? though?
All that.
All that.
We got into all that.
This is.
Y'all were 4 when all that came out.
Yeah, y'all was probably
He
young.
was jumping on
Keenan
all
and
that.
Kel and
Keenan and
shit.
Kel.
Keenan and Kel.
Keenan and Kel was the shit, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Skit TV was huge back then. So that's your 90s movie is fucking Freddy Got Fingered.
You know what? I hate to break your heart, Ben.
Not Three Ninjas.
What was that,
not-
99? What year did Freddy Got Finger come out, Jeffrey?
Oh, it's probably 2000,
I was gonna say
2001.
90.
It did come out in 2000.
I say 99.
Kook.
It might be 99.
Oh! I hate to break your heart, man. I hate to do it.
I know, because
Hate
that's
to
not
see it.
90s,
Hate to
dog.
see
My
it.
90s movie would be Boondock Saints.
Ooh, that's a
hard
fucking
turn.
fire ass
That's a good
movie.
one.
Yeah, you turned it all the way around.
Yeah,
I like it. You
well,
went from
that's-
comedy.
Hey, do you realize
To, like-
what the detective's name in that movie was?
Vigilante badass.
What was the detective's
Norman
name in that movie?
Reedus.
Do you
I
remember?
forget Willem Dafoe's the actor.
Do you remember his character's name? Paul Smecker.
Paul
Yeah.
Smacker.
If you substitute, it's Small Pecker, but Paul Smecker.
Paul Smacker.
There was a shootout. He used to act it out.
There was a firefight.
A firefight. And he was gay in the movie, innit?
Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's-
Yeah, and he's laying next to the guy in the bed, and he's like, "Get off of me, faggot."
Yeah, after they,
Guys, fag,
they
fag.
just got done having sex. That's like the whole thing, and the guy's like, ugh.
Yeah.
But he had a Paul Smecker.
Yeah.
Pulp
Pulp
Fiction was
Fiction.
a top 90s
Yeah.
movie?
What they say.
What year did Pulp Fiction come out? 97?
You know what? Weirdly,
Yeah,
always my
94?
brain when I think 90s,
94.
Did it?
my brain immediately.
4?
I'm immediately Air Force One for some reason. My whole life.
Air
Like, something
Force
about
One?
90s,
Harrison
I
Ford?
Bro, we were
immediately-
talking about Con Air the other day. That was the shit.
Oh god.
Con Air.
Dude, you should watch Renfield.
Yeah, what
with
was
Nicolas
the
Cage.
what's the fucking Renfield?
Where he
I've been
plays
wanting to watch
Dracula.
that. Is it good?
I watched it last night. It's epic.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What's the fucking catch line in fucking Con Air?
I used to know it. I swear to God.
You
I
know what
did.
I'm talking about though?
Yes.
Because it's like it reminds me of
God damn it! What is it?
I know,
It's like-
it's on the tip of my tongue,
it's
too.
like Molly, I'll be home for Christmas. Like some shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Air Force One
Buttercup,
is-
Buttercup,
off
or
my
what's he call his daughter? He's like Butterfly.
I forget.
That's what some shit.
Buttercup.
I remember the
Something
song
like that.
with Steve Buscemi because remember he was a psycho in the movie.
Yeah.
They brought him out with he sang that song with the little girl at the end of the movie. You were like, oh shit.
But then he didn't do it
Yeah,
because he was actually got a good heart. But he just
I remember
like
that, and I remember the dude they danced around the plane to Leonard Skinner.
yeah.
And they were like, you want to know what's ironic? Dancing around in the air to a song that man that got killed in a fucking airplane crash. We shouldn't be singing this song right now. And the little Mexican dude is like gay and dancing
Yeah.
around like a little fairy and shit.
All right, top Nicolas Cage movie.
Matchstick Men
Matchstick.
The Rock.
Oh, The
The
Rock.
Rock.
or
Sure,
Face
The
Off.
Rock.
Face Off.
Face
Winners.
Off.
Winners.
I
National
was gonna
Treasure.
say Face Off is my
Either
favorite.
Face Off or National Treasure. The first National
Peach.
Treasure.
I
Nah,
can eat
The
a
Rock.
peach for hours.
Dawn of 60 Seconds.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Oh, that's gotta be
Still
it.
The Rock.
Because
Still
Angelina
The Rock.
Jolie was in that shit, and she was so fucking hot. with
Have
the
you ever
blonde
seen
dreads.
the movie
she
8
was.
Millimeter? Have y'all ever seen the movie?
Yeah,
8
yeah,
Millimeter?
the boxing movie.
No, it's about Nicolas
But I
Cage.
look at 8
Oh, what's the
I look at 8
boxing movie?
millimeters
That's
every
a
day.
dope ass movie
With
too.
Nicolas Cage?
Yeah,
I don't know.
where the
Yeah,
dude
but the
throws
combat.
the boxing movie, and then there's somebody shoots somebody, and it's fuck, what's it called? Eagle Eye? No. Fuck, man, you don't remember that movie?
I don't know. He's made some really cool.
Where
movies.
he's
Have
like,
y'all seen the movie 8 Millimeter?
no.
That's a
I
good
need to
movie.
watch it because I like.
I know what
the
you're talking
awkward
about.
shit.
Dude,
Y'all
a-
missed what I
it's
said.
not- dude,
I
it's-
said.
Snake Eyes.
I said
Snake Eye.
Ben looks at an 8
Where-
millimeter snake eye every day.
every day. That's what I said. You guys
Hey.
missed it. I said, no, I look at 8 millimeters every day.
8 Millimeter is about it's like a camera lens, 8 millimeter camera lens. Nicolas Cage is a detective, and the beginning of the movie pops up with like a smut movie, like a porn movie, but they kill a girl at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
supposed
remember
to be
that.
entertainment.
Snuff
I've
film.
seen
Snuff
it.
movie, I'm
I
sorry.
want to
A
see
snuff
that.
movie.
I've seen the previews for it. It looks
It's
sick.
pretty old, dude, but it's
99.
99. They it's a snuff movie about. It's supposed to be entertaining where they like fuck a girl and kill a girl, but they really kill a girl, and then the mother of the girl in the video goes viral before the internet type shit, and the mother is like, I want to know who killed my daughter because everybody's seen this video, and then he's like the private detective that finds out and shit. It's a fucking
I have to watch
a
that.
twisty turny thriller. It's a good fucking movie. Dude.
That's awesome.
James Gandolfini in that thing, R.I.P.
No
Damn.
way.
Y'all gotta see Snake Eye too. Snake Eyes with Nicolas
have I
Cage.
never seen that?
He's like a retired detective, and he's like gets invited to go to a boxing match, and the heavyweight champion fucking throws the match. You know what I mean? Like it's a phantom punch.
Takes a dive.
Takes a dive, and that's how like he knew that the jig was up, because he's in the front row, and the dude looks like he got knocked out, but then somebody shoots because like the president's there or some shit. Shoots the president, and whenever the shot goes off, the dude's like pops up, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh, some shit's going down, because this motherfucker ain't knocked out, because a gunshot ain't gonna wake a motherfucker up that's knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna wake him up. So that's like, then like, he starts investigating and shit. It's a dope ass movie. You
When
gotta
did the movie
fucking
come
watch
out?
it.
98.
Yeah.
Damn, that's older than
Nicolas Cage was on fire.
Bro, he
in the
was
90s,
killing it,
dog.
bro.
He was on fire.
He was
So,
fucking Ghost Rider.
What's y'all's guilty pleasure? What's like the fucking because we always say like you know, because we fuck with NSYNC, Backstreet Boys,
90s boy
fucking
bands.
like what's some shit that comes on in the
That's a
car?
funny question because 311's my favorite band, but they're also like my guilty pleasure because
I
they-
would say
they
that's
also
good.
really
Yeah. But I wouldn't really say it's guilty though. Like you could go in that vein, like Smash Mouth or
yeah,
fucking
no, if I-
Sugar Ray.
Sugar-
I just
Sugar-
wanna
Sugar-
fly.
Sugar
Like that
Ray
would
for
be a
sure, yeah.
guilty pleasure.
Sugar Ray's a good guilty pleasure, but I'd have to say Creed, dude.
Ooh, didn't see that coming.
Hey, he's got a great Creed
I
impression.
bet he
Yeah.
does.
It's like-
Well, I just heard.
The nose and dick,
It's
with
season.
arms wide open, under the sunlight.
That's pretty fucking good.
Can you take me higher?
Scott something. What's that guy's name?
That.
Yeah.
Scott Stapp? Yeah. that's fucking
Yeah,
good.
you guys know that the lead singer, the dude in 311 who raps Essay, the dude is like,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
guy's
don't do
got
him
the guy
like
who's
that,
once-
Ben. Come on.
I'm sorry, whatever. Chill, let him massage my ego becomes. Dude, he punched Scott Stapp in the face and broke his hand and performed in Baltimore the next day with a cast on his hand. No one knew why he had a cast on his hand. And it's because he had punched the lead singer of Creed in the face because, yo,
They were. I'll tell you a story real quick. They were all at a bar. Creed and 311 were in the same city on tour, and they all ended up in the same bar and
the same hotel.
Yeah, and the same hotel.
It was a hotel bar.
And the rapper and bass player from 311 were with their wives sitting at a table in the hotel watching
Peanut
the
and
Lakers
SA.
game. And Scott Stapp came in super drunk already and was like, you know, I love 311, was being really nice or whatever, you know, told story. Apparently 311 pulled him up on stage when he was younger before he was big or whatever. Didn't know it, but he's always loved 311. But anyway, he was so drunk to a point where they were like, all right, man, cool.
They
You know,
asked
like,
him
hey,
to
we're
chill
just
out.
trying to watch the game with our wives or whatever. And it got to like cool guy mode. And Scott swung a punch at SA and missed and hit his wife.
Oh, it's go time, baby.
Yeah,
It's
it's
fucking
over,
go
bro.
time.
And
baby.
Essay in an interview was like, I haven't been in a fight since middle school.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I just instinctually punched him in the face and hit him, connected, and broke his fucking knuckles. Like, broke some part of his hand anyway. He performed at Towson University the next night, and our older brother Jonathan was there, and he's like, S.A. had a cast on his hand when they were performing last night. And, like, no one knew why. Then it came out later that he had a cast on his hand because he punched Scott.
I heard Scott was addicted,
because he had punched Scott Stapp. That's why he's sober now. Scott Stapp supposedly has been sober for a long time now. But yeah, it was.
He definitely had a punchable face.
Yeah.
Y'all remember when Fred Durst fucking went off on him?
Oh, it was like the lead singer of Creed is
he's
backstage right now, and that motherfucker just thinks he's the cream of the crop. He's
an egomaniac.
Egomaniac. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Dude, Limp Bizkit's killing it, dude.
Yeah, I like how they.
Dude,
I like their
them back
rebrand.
then,
I like
though.
their
Yeah,
rebrand.
with their new albums.
It's called Limp Bizkit Still Sucks.
Yeah.
That's the album?
Yeah,
it's
it came out
called
like
Still
almost
Sucks.
2 years ago now.
Yeah. You know who else is
epic.
killing it? Papa Roach.
Yeah.
Their newer shit is dope as fuck too.
Yeah,
like I fuck
Jacoby
with it,
Shaddix
dude.
is the man. Dude.
Yo, I love him. Like he's one of them dudes. Like I saw when we opened up at Rockfest, and they performed. Like he's still. I don't know, man. When you're like that much into the game and you still fucking just smile and like and appreciate the fans and you don't have no ego. That's why Limp Bizkit's killing it right now.
Yeah, they're just
They don't
themselves.
take
and you can tell
themselves
they're
so
just down to earth.
serious.
Dude, you
Yeah,
know who else is
dog.
like that? We played with POD, and me and Ben were
What?
huge POD fans as
yeah.
kids. Still are to this day. I love all their. I fucking love POD.
It was the most fucking craziest experience.
And
with
we got to
POD.
play with them one night in this tiny little club. It was a real,
was
small
just
setting.
us and them
but they were
there.
so fucking cool and hung out and watched the sound check. And, like, I couldn't believe it. I'm
We
like,
watched them sound check.
We watched them sound check, and then they stayed and watched us sound check, and then they hung out and just talked to us like people, dude, and like just kicked it with us, and like for a good couple hours there, it was just like we were just all guys on a boardwalk beach town hanging out, getting ready to kill the show, and you forgot that these guys are like world-renowned platinum artists who've owned the fucking TV and shit,
Yeah.
Like,
Them dudes
they're
are
just so
badass,
cool,
man.
and I just always remind myself that, like,
When I was, remember I told you I was into the dance world for a little while. Well, we traveled to this convention one time, and
I need to see a video.
It's cringeworthy, dog. It was way back in the day. I'll tell you some more stories about that later. But we was at this dance convention, and not like that. But we met Mr. Wiggles. Y'all know who Mr. Wiggles is?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the music video for Limp Bizkit's Rollin', Rollin',
Oh,
Rollin'?
yeah.
He's the pop locker in there.
Oh,
he's the breakdancer.
shit.
He's a legendary breakdancer from
Yeah,
like
he
way
did
back.
like a lot of Justin Timberlake's choreography and shit,
No. He
Who'd
did
he
like
do?
Missy Elliott shit.
Okay,
he was in
Missy
Missy Elliott shit. He's a
Guilty
world renowned.
pleasure.
He's a
JT baby.
no,
JT
mine
is
too, dog.
some
But he's
call
a
me
world renowned dude.
ludicrous.
But he talked about Fred Durst. We met him in Orlando. We was at a dance convention. He was teaching us all his pop lock routines and techniques and shit. But he sat down. He's like, "Look, man, we ain't gonna spend an hour just dancing. I'm gonna talk to y'all about some shit." And he went into this hip hop thing, and he was like, "Yo, I was on tour with Limp Bizkit and Eminem and all these people." And he was like, I didn't really get to chop it up with Eminem because he was just like so big at the time. But he was like, "But I chopped it up with Fred Durst heavy."
Yeah.
He's like, me and Fred Durst sat down and we both bought a composition notebook, regular composition notebook like used in school, and we both had a Sharpie, and we both sat there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just fucking drawing graffiti pieces, talking hip hop. He said, "I've never met anybody in my," and he's from the Bronx, New York, where
Yeah.
hip hop was born. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he's like, "I've never met anybody in my life that knew more about hip hop than Fred Durst."
Yeah.
Freddie D.
You could tell. You
Yeah.
could tell. I was when they were talking about the dude from 311 that was in the cast and shit. What was the shit with Eminem? Remember he shot the video in the cast and shit? Didn't he fight somebody from Everlast Entourage or some shit?
It
No, he beefed with Everlast.
I know that,
It
but
wasn't Everlast.
No,
it was
it was
his DJ.
Insane
It was his
Clown.
DJ.
he didn't hit Everlast, but
I think
somebody
he
in
did.
the
It was
camp.
his DJ.
Who did he hit?
I
It was
see.
his
ICP.
DJ. No, it
Yeah.
wasn't ICP.
I think
It
Eminem
wasn't
did.
ICP.
Eminem did.
He pistol whipped some dude in front of the bar, but no, it was. Goddamn, it was his DJ.
He broke his wrist or hand or something.
What was Everlast's DJ name?
Oh God, it's not DJ Lethal. It's not the same dude from Limp
Yeah,
Bizkit. is
Lethal.
it?
Yeah,
it's
Lethal,
the same
Lethal.
dude from Limp
Lethal.
Bizkit.
Because he says it on the song "Girls" at the end of the D12 album. It's a solo song, "Girls." Fucking anyway. Why do y'all act this way? He talks about Fred Durst and then I turned on the TV. Now look who's mentioned to me. That little fucking weasel, DJ Lethal on MTV.
Yeah.
Talking
So-
about.
But he didn't actually punch DJ Lethal. He punched somebody else and broke his hand or something.
I don't know the story.
You don't remember that when he had
I remember
the
when he
cast?
had the cast, but I knew it was something that would do with Limp
But I
Bizkit
just
beef.
thought that I'd like to hear that story too because it was like he shot a fucking video with D12 with that cast on the fucking Devil's
Rock with
Night
me.
or something.
Well, that's funny.
I thought it was Devil's Night.
You're right, because Rock With Me. Come on and rock with. That was a.
No, it was Devil's Night. It's Devil's Night.
There was a video for that though.
Yeah, it was like a Warrior. It was like they remade the Warriors movie, but it was a music video. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. That shit was crazy.
DJ's hitting people.
Your guilty pleasure is what'd you say?
Oh,
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake's got some.
Oh, you said Creed. What was yours? What's like
My guilty pleasure is funny. You guys said it a million times. Probably Limp Bizkit.
That's not a guilty pleasure. Limp Bizkit's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people.
Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure is like
no, there's a lot of people.
Spears in the shower.
Yeah, dog. You listen to Taylor
Yeah,
Swift.
you got. I got. There's some Adele songs
What's
I
a-
secretly am like.
I feel
Right,
like all my
yeah.
favorite bands.
Yeah.
I feel like all my favorite bands I listen to are my guilty pleasure.
No. Guilty pleasure is like something you know all the
'Cause I-
words to that you wouldn't want us to know you all know all the words to. Like Hanson. Ba, tip, tap, ba. I bet y'all motherfuckers was on some Hanson. Y'all
Our
were in their
sisters
fucking
were
room
hardcore.
playing that shit. Fucking
Dude, our older sister Beth, actually, low key, she was like the real, her and Jonathan 5 years older than us, so they were like the 90s child, you know what I mean? They had all that, but she was into like Third Eye Blind and Sum 41, and like our older brother was like Sublime, Bone Thugs, 311.
Linkin
they-
Park.
That's what we got showered with, were those two, and like.
Jimmy Eat World, Linkin Park, all the shit they listen to.
Ooh, dude.
Yeah.
Rest in
Linkin
peace,
Park was
Chester,
fucking
dude.
nasty.
God, that fucking me
Yeah,
up, dude.
they changed the game.
Linkin Park.
Yeah,
sure.
still timeless.
So you still thinking about that guilty pleasure or what? What,
He don't know.
what we mean is like if you get in a car by yourself, some song comes on the radio, you're like,
Matchbox.
turn that up a little bit. This is fucking
Yeah,
nobody else is
some
looking.
Matchbox 20. I don't know, but
I
I
don't
Rob
know,
Thomas
man.
was the
Rob
shit.
Thomas is the shit.
Rob Thomas is the shit,
Yeah,
dude.
I can't put him in a
But
guilty
Fred Durst
pleasure.
is a guilty pleasure.
Hey,
Shut the fuck up!
I would say
Come
I
on a
agree with
little
you. I kind of
louder.
agree with you.
Yeah, dude. Kidding
I
me?
put
The
Matchbox
Limp
No,
Bizkit is
okay.
definitely a
I
guilty
said it
pleasure
because
band.
I like Limp Bizkit.
I said 311.
I like
Limp
modern
Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I like how they've
No,
recovered and they have a great image and their new music's like pretty kick-ass.
I wouldn't
but
say
there's
they're a
definitely some
guilty
kooky weird
pleasure,
stuff.
but if you're gonna say
I
Matchbox
know a
20
bunch
is
of
nah,
NSYNC because of
nah.
our older sisters, though.
Fucking
But, like,
NSYNC.
I know that I'm a
There's a
huge
song
NSYNC
with
fan, but I
Bizkit
just
with
know the
Snoop
lyrics
Dogg.
because we grew up
Yeah.
around it
Red
so
light, green
much.
light.
Yeah.
We grew up around it so much that, like, I just, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the deal with this pop life?
And when's it gonna fade out?
yeah, there
I
we
was in the same
There we
bedroom,
go, dog.
listening to that shit on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. No, me and Ben literally. I remember being in like. I remember being in like 4th grade. And Linkin Park dropped Meteora, and me and Ben were obsessed with Meteora, right?
That was the
And-
shit.
Yeah, and we used to stand in our mirrors and we'd mouth the words to the songs. We were kids. And we'd look like before we even knew we were musicians. We just loved music together. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah.
Like before we ever had guitars.
Linkin
or
Park
anything.
in general.
We would
minus
just stand in
the
a
album.
room and we would vibe because we shared a bedroom. We would just listen
Finally.
to a CD player, right? And we would just like before we ever wrote a song or played anything, we would just vibe to Linkin Park and like 311.
From the top to the bottom,
Yeah,
the top to the drop.
slide, right? And we used to like stand there and do that in the mirror. And I'll just never forget one of our youngest memories is like our dad came barging in the room and just started banging his head behind us in the
But
mirror.
we were both like, he
so
had a mirror on,
embarrassed,
Adam
right?
had a
You know,
mirror
we
on
were like-
his wall, and I had a mirror on my wall, and Adam was looking in his mirror and was all like in the zone looking at himself.
Yeah, a little
And I
kid
was all
me.
in my mirror looking at myself, like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we had no
literally-
shirts on. And like, I mean, we were like, in, like
Oh, we were naked, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like,
we shared a room growing up. We were literally in like 3rd or 4th grade when this happened. And I remember like being in the zone, but I just caught my dad in the reflection of my mirror standing in the doorway going,
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I'm so glad y'all are here.
mortified.
I ask everybody, like any musician that comes on this podcast, I'm like, "Were you a mirror rapper?" And they'd be like, "Nah, I wasn't." I was like,
Dude,
so nice to
mirror
be
rapper.
Every
a fellow
musician who
mirror
does
rapper,
vocals
dude.
was a mirror.
I was a
Yeah,
mirror
rapper.
rapping son of a bitch,
And
dude.
mirror
Oh
rapping
yeah.
dog.
What do they tell you in school when you got to do public speaking? Or like go home and
Look in the
practice
mirror.
in the mirror?
Look in the mirror.
Yeah.
You know, a friend of ours learned sign language, and they said that's how you learn sign language is in the mirror,
Oh, I believe that.
and not watching your hands. Look yourself in the eyes, and just learn the shit.
Yeah.
A friend
I
of ours
never
knows
fuck.
that shit.
I mean, I was never a mirror,
I
but
was
I
a-
was a
I was a
poet,
mirror
so I like wrote all my shit down.
Yeah.
and then just,
Dude,
like,
I used to
me
fucking
too.
like.
Yeah.
I used to perform in the mirror. If nobody was home, like me and my man Derek used to get in the mirror and rap our shit. Like that was how we. That's how we learned to do it.
So I
used
broke
to
my
set
porn
all my
addiction.
shit.
I just jerk off in the mirror.
flexing and shit.
I just look in the mirror.
Look at you, look at you. There's no girl here, it's
Look
just
at
you and
you go.
yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at you.
I don't know because we got. See, Wait, so y'all are like a couple
Anyone
like
else jerk off in the mirror?
No, can't say I have.
I've done it on the mirror. But I was gonna say, like, we got a couple rock guys, punk rock guys. So, like, to me, would y'all consider Third Eye Blind like a guilty pleasure?
I
Is
love
that-
Third
is
Eye
that
Blind.
right?
They're
Because,
about,
like-
that's some real ass music. Third Eye
All
Blind,
right.
that motherfucker, and
Okay,
they
cool.
blew up late. That motherfucker's almost 60 now. Lead
Yeah,
singer.
yeah.
What?
They blew up.
Get
He
the
was in
fuck
his
outta here.
mid to late
Look that
30s
up,
when
Jeffrey.
when motherfucking Third Eye Blind blew
Look
up.
up the lead singer
He
of
is,
Third Eye Blind.
and there's lyrics all about talking about his meth addiction
Yeah,
and all those albums
yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
That
he lived like a
motherfucker,
whole ass life
like,
before
they
he was
blew the
famous,
fuck
dude.
up in
So,
the
like,
late 90s.
he-
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
He's that old?
And I seen him live. He kills it. When I saw them, he was like, this was like almost 10 years ago.
I
He was-
love them
and he was
motherfuckers,
50
though.
when I saw them.
Damn.
And he just came out and he was looked fresh as fuck. And he's like, "Can I graduate?" Bam! Like so they the song
But, dude,
graduate.
but see, but that's what's cool about artists. who
They
don't-
boomed the mic down like a
Okay.
boxing announcer. He didn't sing into regular mic. They boomed it down like "Are you ready to rumble?" type shit.
Hell
He
yeah.
sang that whole show with a suspended microphone that was
Well,
like on a
Fucking go.
That's
thing.
that's what's cool about artists who don't
Okay.
make it till later in life like that, is that you can tell. You know what I mean? Like when someone makes it big and they're young and then they just live like the longevity of their 20s and everything without like with all that fame. It's I'm not saying there's anything on that. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
they still real people. They had fucked up childhoods, all that stuff. You know, like they're real people but like. You know, like people who just don't have that mass exposure until they're in their 30s or something like that, or 40s, or you know, like when that
How
happens.
old was
they
DMX
just
when
have
he
a
came out?
whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And you
they
can
got
just tell them
all that
another level,
experience.
like thankful to be there.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah. It's a whole nother level of gratitude.
That's his name?
Stephen Jenkins.
How old is he?
Cause I don't know, like the whole alternative rock scene
He's
and
what?
shit. When I was growing up in the 90s,
Yeah, so he's
like,
almost 60.
my
Dude, he's
all-
my mom's age, dude.
yeah, my
that
all-time
motherfucker
favorite
will be
song is
60
that
next
fucking
year.
"How's
He's
It Gonna Be."
59.
Yeah, how's it gonna be? Is an amazing.
DMX
song.
Yeah, that
Came out till he
motherfucker's
was-
59.
That is
He's
like-
almost, he'll be 60 next
Yeah.
year.
DMX didn't come out till he was 28.
I'm only pretty sure that I can't take
Yeah, and his
anymore.
voice is fucking time before he rolls
Talk
his
about
eyes.
a voice.
you
Talk
take
about
a
a
swing.
voice. Talk
Yeah,
about
okay.
a voice.
But I'm just saying, like, his voice is fucking timeless, and he's dope as fuck.
Dog,
and when
that-
I saw them live,
how-
he was awesome.
How's it gonna be when you don't know me
Anymore.
Dude, I had an uncle that was bad off on meth, and he used to play. He played that
How's it
song,
gonna
Semi
Chris,
Charm
and,
Life.
and they had the other song about meth.
The little
Crystal
A lot of
Maracas.
it, but the Semi Charm Life, he was
Yeah.
like, listen to the song, and he started breaking like, cause he
Yeah.
chops up the verse, he almost raps them shits.
Yeah.
You know, he's talked about. Sky was gold, I was rose, I would take the sip, something to my
nose,
nose,
and I wish I could get back
yeah.
there.
So I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit! So I put a piece together. He's talking about take a sip of crystal meth and make it rap until you break. He's literally saying it in the song.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
motherfucker's honestly.
where
rapping
I
in that
fell
song.
asleep inside you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that other huge song. It was
Obviously, fell asleep fucking his girlfriend.
blatantly
I
about
want something else
meth. They had that song "Crystal Baller."
to get me
Remember that?
through this.
I was a radio Third Eye Blind guy.
Semi charm kind of life.
A baby.
I want.
We should all just break out into
I
a
could
fucking
be your
quartet.
crystal
I was
baller.
trying with the fucking how's it gonna be, dude?
Yeah, Third Eye Blind is deep. They're not a guilty pleasure band. That's
No,
a real ass band.
the how's it gonna be though? The fucking maracas and that shit.
Oh yeah.
When that song starts and you just hear that, you're like,
You can't forget
Oh,
about
it's
their biggest
gone.
song ever, though, dude. You can't forget about it ever.
Jumper?
I wish you would step
Jumper?
back from
Yeah.
the ledge, my
Yes,
friend.
man, dude. I always go back to that movie, dude, where he's about to jump out. He's like learning how to play this. He fucking jumps up there, grabs a. You remember Yes, man?
Yeah,
Jim
yeah,
Carrey?
yeah, yeah.
He jumps up. Y'all
That's
seen
the
that movie,
best.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, learns how to play that song. and,
yeah. I
saves
tried to
the
get
guy's life.
Randy because I got a song called Jumper, and it's like couple dollars on the rooftop. We dancing on the rooftop.
Oh, that's
got
my
them
shit.
jumping.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
my shit.
suicide. So that song's called Jumper because of that song.
Oh.
And because it got them jumping,
Yeah.
it's a suicide. We got them jumping. I wrote that song with that song in mind of like, I wish
yeah.
you would. And it's called Jumper.
And that's my shit
But
too.
I originally, whenever me and 40 made the beat, I talked to Randy and I wanted him to learn that riff from Jumper, the song y'all are talking about, Third Eye Blind song, and I wanted him to like learn that riff, but freak it enough to go on that beat. You know what I'm saying? So that it would like tie in. You know, I wanted the intro to be him playing that fucking riff, and then kind of like let 40 take it and fucking twist it and fucking go into the.
Randy could do it.
We got him jumping. It's a suicide. You know what I'm saying? Couple of dollars.
How long has Randy been playing the guitar?
Longer than I've been alive.
Since
How long you been playing the guitar?
since the 80s.
I don't know how long ago was the Civil War.
Yeah.
How long you been playing the guitar?
Randy's 55, dog. So
I've seriously been playing guitar
53.
probably 10 years. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like actually trying to play for 10 years.
Yeah.
In high school, I wouldn't really consider myself.
So you're
you know
still
what I mean?
playing a lot.
How long you been playing bass before him?
well, they said
started
they
playing the
started
same time he
making
did,
it so
so
16
I
or 30.
15,
So
so I've been
16.
playing
No,
bass.
he was playing bass. Like I just sang in high school. I played like a little bit of guitar, but really all I did was run around with the microphone with my friend and singing.
Still
Rap
played
all my-
guitar.
Yeah, but like if I was to answer it as like how long like I actually cared, like I need to get better and actually start singing and playing and stuff. I was in my early 20s when I started.
I've been
doing
playing
that.
bass for, truthfully, all the time, almost every day for 17 years. Yeah.
Well,
Can you play stand-up bass?
I have, and I can. Yes, I don't play it. I don't own one, but I have played one, and I know how
He
to
can
play
play
it.
guitar
Yeah.
too. Like,
Oh yeah?
yeah.
I never seen
Yeah.
him play guitar.
Yeah,
Nah,
I
he
play
can play
acoustic,
guitar,
I
too.
play electric.
I tell myself I
I
can play the drums.
piano
But the guitar and the bass
Piano?
are
You a
similar,
pianist?
You know? a pianist?
in my own right.
pianist?
In my own right.
That's one instrument I wish I could play.
Yeah. Well, this has been a fucking epic podcast, yo. Shout out to Hooplas. How could they find y'all?
Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It's the Hooplas though, right?
Yep, The
TheHooplas. The Hooplas. New album dropping. What's the title of the album, y'all said?
Sink or swim.
Sink or Swim dropping November 10th, and they're gonna do a fucking album release on November 10th. Limited fucking ticket sales, and I already got a couple of them, so y'all better hurry up because I already got mines. I'm gonna be there. Yeah,
Better get yours.
I got mine. I got mine's ones, but this Ben, this Adam, the fucking identical twins. Shout out Cody. What's the drummer's name? Because I haven't
Declan.
met him yet. Y'all got a new one.
Declan.
Declan, shout out Declan, shout out Devin, shout out Big Ben Laria. I know he's gonna check this fucking pod out. So shout out Ben. Shout out my co-host cousin Sal,
Hey.
my cameraman Foolish. I'm Waterboy. Like we always say, think harder, work smarter. If you want it to grow, just add water. The Hooplas, the Water Pot. We out. Peace.
Peace.
I know I won't grow. Memory lane's a place that I just don't go. But what's the difference? We all die one day and love's a prison. I love you. If I didn't, it wouldn't hurt like fuck to miss you. That's another issue. Another birthday, another box of tissue. Vibing with the bottle like I'm talking with you. Wonder if you miss talking to me. I see you living toxic but free. If you talking, I bet the topic is me. How I'm wrong for being all I could be. I guess it's my fault. Failure's not an option for me, right?